What's up everybody and welcome to the Midwestern Power Armor. So this is a power armor that's been out for a long time on PC. I made a video about it when it originally came out, but today it did come out on consoles. A lot has changed with this power armor since I originally made my video. Previously, I did criticize this armor for having some crappy textures, but today it comes back with some really good textures that are kind of blowing me out of the water a little bit, not gonna lie. There are a lot of different options that we'll go over in this video. And if you're saying, hey, that armor looks really familiar, it's actually the one from Fallout Tactics, if you played that game. But with all that being said, how do you actually get the armor? Well, to do that, you're going to want to travel down to Boston Airport. Once there, you want to look for one of the warehouses. If you see like the kind of boarding container thing, that thing that sticks out of the big building and it's the thing you walk through to get onto a plane, it's basically pointing at the warehouse. So just walk through there. There are a few ghouls, so relatively easy to take care of. Once inside, you'll pretty much just see the power armor. It's in the back right corner. And then there you go. You have your Midwestern power armor. Up close with the power armor, you can tell there have been some clear upgrades over the past few months. First and foremost, the textures of this do look absolutely phenomenal. As I was saying before, I really didn't like the textures when it was originally released, but now they're really bringing it to the table. And although they're not the best out there, they're definitely some of the best out there. The model has always looked really nice. It feels very Fallout 4-y, making some minor changes from the original Fallout Tactics power armor. And even the pieces of this power armor kind of flow when you're walking, so they'll bump around a little bit, including that chain. Obviously, you'll see that a little bit later when we get into some gameplay, but otherwise everything about this power armor is really nice. All the textures look good and the model is really solid. So in the power armor workbench, there are a decent amount of different mods you could do. Obviously you have the stereotypical, not stereotypical, but just the standard, changing the mark, which will give you some better stats. And then you also do have some of the regular things. This mod does have a jetpack, although it's not a custom jetpack, it's just the vanilla jetpack put onto this armor. And then, you know, obviously all the other regular mods for power armor here. Nothing too crazy going on, but there are quite a few different basically material mods that are actually paint jobs. So we do have some of the regular material mods that don't actually change anything, like thermal coating and EMP shield and stuff like that. These don't change the paint at all. But then we do have basically from the Vault-Tec Paint up. And all these ones are different ones. So I'll show you all of these right now because a lot of these are actually really cool. I really am happy with the way these came out. So let's check those out. So first and foremost, I did put on the Brotherhood Paint. It may look really similar, but it's actually slightly different. As you can see, we get the Brotherhood of Steel logo on the side there. And it actually makes the greens darker. It adds in some black and makes the whites a little bit cleaner. Basically the same thing, it's just some slight modifications to the colors, almost like the vibrance got upped a little bit. So here's actually just a better look at the logo and everything. It is only on one shoulder, the bigger shoulder, as you can see the one shoulder is a little bit bigger, but just in general I actually like this one quite a bit more over the original. It just makes the contrast again look quite a bit more like apparent, like almost like the vibrance of the green is a little bit better, and then all those white pieces do stand out a lot more and complement each other really well. Next up we do have the Black Knight Paint, if I could say that word right. As you can see, it does change the eyes to a nice blue color, but otherwise it basically just paints the whole armor black, and this actually does make it a lot harder to detect those little rust spots, because those are actually in the model, it looks like, as well. So you could still kind of see them there, but from afar they're very subtle and not nearly as easy to see. So now we actually have the Minutemen Paint, and I actually really like this one. The gray and the white go really well together. As you can see, again on the right shoulder we do have the Minutemen logo, but I don't know, I think it's the little like stomach piece right there. The white on that contrasting with the outside pieces just looks really good. I just think it's the way this power armor is laid out. A lot of these different paint jobs look really nice. So now we have the Winterize Coating. This kind of gives it a weird little green, I don't know, it's almost like an acid green or toxic green look on the middle. And then obviously everything else is white, and then the accented pieces are gray. Definitely my least favorite out of the bunch, although I do like the little bit of personality that's put in here. You totally could have went the easy route and just made the green parts white, but I like that it has that personality there again, and I'm sure some people will like that. It's just not my cup of tea. This is the military camo, as you might be able to guess. Obviously it just puts on that little camo that you see in all kinds of different military stuff. It does give it some black accents as well, although this one is a little bit too flat. I think the military camo covers too much of the power armor, and I don't know, you kind of lose those accented pieces on the sides, like on the gauntlets there and in the stomach. It's just there's not nearly enough of the different colors, and although it is a camo, so I kind of get where they're coming from, but I just don't really like this one too much. So now we do have the Vault-Tec Paint. As you can see, you have the Vault-Tec kind of emblem on the right side there. The eyes are a little bit weird. They're like the same color as the eye sockets, which kind of weirded me out. This one does look kind of nice, although the black feels a little bit out of place. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I feel like a better color like white could have been put there. Maybe not white, I don't know, but it just felt a little bit unnatural there. Otherwise, it does look pretty good. This is the last of the paint jobs. So now let's check out this armor in combat. So a bit of a different combat, or just, I don't know, in my videos. We have 2 Deathclaws and a enemy in the submersible power armor, who's actually a settler, but I'm going to attack him, so he attacks me back. Yeah, so let's go and fight them. Here we go. So yeah, I guess I'll try and attack. Actually, you know what? I'll attack the settler first, so he knows I want him dead. Actually, oh god, oh god.